Yeah, we sign it differently. I sign up. Account for each single that they get.
Morning.
Morning.
How's everybody doing?
Good. Morning. Okay.
Kenny, you think you got enough of it? You didn't have to bring the kitchen sink with you.
Good to see you, sir.
I did, I put you on
Well, she can't.
Oh, Larry, that's Larry. That's the doctor's side. Visual like, I hear about it. Good morning. After this.
How are you?
Where's the?
Let me in. Please stand by. We are. All right, I will call this meeting to order on Wednesday, July 31st at 9:01 a.m. Would you please stand? I've asked former Commissioner Tim West to open us in our prayer today.
Join me in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you so much for all the blessings that you've given each of us. Help each of us to use these blessings in a way that will glorify you. And dear Lord, be with our country, be with our state, be with our county. We're going through some really tough times right now, be with everything. And be with Fisher's Court that is they go through this agenda, help them make the right decisions on each item that will benefit the county. And all of these things, Lord, I ask in the Son of Jesus Christ, so
Amen. All right. Pledge to the American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Thank you. You may be seated. We will now move to general announcements. Well, first of all, we do have a quorum present. And all the commissioners are here. And so now we go to general announcements, a recognition of years of service for Zandt County employees. Is that Jessica? Tim?
It's gonna be Kenny.
Kenny, okay.
I've got one good year, 10 years. April, hot water. We get this, but she don't want to go back. She wouldn't come, I can tell you that. She's so funny.
Surprise.
That's big news. Anyway, she's doing a great job. She worked at the tax office for 5 years. Then she moved over here. She doesn't have a meeting. She's done a great job. I can tell you that. Anyway, we didn't want to give you this certificate in your piece. We don't want to embarrass you. Right? Here. One more.
Her face matches her shirt.
Drop it out.
I'm sorry, I had the wrong screen shared. I want to do that. Next item is I would like to present a recognition to our Commissioner Chad LaPrade for his participation and completion in the Commissioners Court Leadership Academy Class 10, Session 3. This was given to me by Amy Shivery at AgriLife Extension to present, and she would normally be here, but Amy took a position at Smith County. And so she's not here to do that anymore. So I would like to give this certificate of completion to Chad. Or thank you. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, I have one more announcement that I need to talk about right here in having two windows is a little bit complicated sometimes. Two screens. So, as you may know, the county on April the 25th approved us to apply for a courthouse restoration grant with the Texas Historical Commission. Okay, as April 25th, we submitted that grant on May the 10th, 2024. And just to give you some background, in 2018, we submitted to the we applied for and received a grant from the Texas Historical Commission, a planning grant, and that was to put together the construction documents to renovate, restore our courthouse. And that was completed in 2020, and we applied in 2020 for a restoration grant with the Historical Commission. At that time, the maximum amount that they would grant would be $5 million. And the first, we did not win an award on that round. They did come back and offer us $3 million later when someone else declined, and we declined to do that. So we applied again this year on April 25th or May 10th is when we applied. And it's called round 13 applicant, and these are all the different counties that applied for. There's 4 type of grants that they were offering: full restoration for the whole courthouse, a planning grant like we got in 2018, emergency grant, and that's where if it had some kind of weather event or major disaster or something that affected their courthouse, that's what emergency. And then previously restored, there's grants available to continue repairs. So those are where they're all located. I just want to show you on the planning grants, and if you look at the middle column over here, oh my cursor there. This is the column, the grant. This is the amount requested for the planning grants. It was $16 million on the planning grants, and there were 9 counties. The emergency applications, the total amount that was applied for was $27,267,000, and that was about 11. Then the emergency applicants for previously restored, that was another 13,633 that was applied for. And then the fully restored grants, there was 11 of those. And if you look down here, there is $91,650,000 in grants that was requested from the Historical Commission. Now, granted, they had many more grant requests this year because they raised the limit from $5 million to $10 million, and so a lot more people applied. So a summary right here: courthouse restoration, planning grants, 16 million, emergency grants, 27 million, previously restored grants, 13 million, fully restored grants, 91 million, for a total of $149 million requested. And how much did they have to award? 46 million. Okay, so that's and I attended the public hearing on July the 18th down in Austin, where many of these different courthouse, different officials came and presented their requests. And I presented our request and told them what we were trying to do. And I didn't think we had a chance because some of these courthouses have been condemned. And they're actually nobody's in it because they've been condemned, and they were in a lot of courthouses are in bad condition. And I thought, wow, we're surviving, but we're not done. So anyway, on Friday about 3:30 in the afternoon, I received this notification that when they met in Tyler, Historical Commission has voted to award Texas Historical Commission Preservation Program funding for the restoration of the Zandt County Courthouse. The second paragraph down there highlighted, this project was among those selected to receive a full restoration grant to accomplish the scope. The award is for $9,576,427. It's not for the full 10 because we've already got we got close to 500,000 for the planning grant, which they took out of it. So they have awarded us the grant, and I'm excited. And when you think about it, when there was 46, these are the 4 counties, courthouses that were awarded the full restoration grants right there. And you look at the 9.576 427 that we are receiving, that is 20% of the 46 million. And that's pretty incredible right there that they've done that. So anyway, I'm excited about it. I mean, next thing that we need to do is, as a commissioner court, meet and decide if we want to go forward with it and talk about some of the ramifications there. Again, it shows down there that our portion of it, the total cost of the renovation, which we had a company, a professional company come in and revise the cost estimates from the 2020 grant, was the total amount was $11,859,829. So that makes our portion that the county was going to have to fund is $2,283,402. Okay, so that's what we have to fund. It does not include relocation costs, because when they do the full restoration, which will include complete electrical, plumbing, and heating and air conditioning, we will have to vacate the building, and it will be a minimum of a year and possibly 2 years in order for them to do all that. And they're going to completely redo, or they're going to fix all of the outside stonework where all of it's been peeling off, and it includes such things as an emergency generator for our to backup power. Right now, if the power goes out, we're dead in the water because we have no backup. It includes a fire sprinkler system. Right now, we have no sprinkler system or even a smoke detector or alarm system. And it also includes completely new heating and air conditioning. And so anyway, I'm excited to announce that. And, you know, if the commissioners decide to move forward with it, we got a lot of work going forward. So anyway, that's my announcement for there. Where's my agenda? Next item, do we have any public comments on agenda items only? Public has make up to 5 minutes on agenda items. There is no public comments. Next item, item number 4, consent agenda. These items are considered routine by Commissioners Court, will be enacted in one motion, and no separate discussion on these items unless a county judge or commissioner requests an item be removed from the consent agenda considered separately. Are there any items that need to be removed and considered separately? If not, is there a motion to accept the consent agenda?
I'll motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, motion made second. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, like sign. Motion passes. Item number 5. And that is part of the reason that has helped us receive this grant for full restoration has to do with the Zandt County Historical Commission and its role in this county in keeping us keeping this courthouse with all of the plaques that you see around, historical markers, and they're very active. And as a consequence, they have received, and I'm not sure how many years in a row this is, but a distinguished service award from the Texas Historical Commission for their outstanding work in 2023. And I would like to now present this award to them. If y'all will over there. So, do you know how many years this has been in a row?
Well,
15th year in a row. But this is another one of those bullet points that was in our favor to help us receive this grant, is to have such a strong historical, Mandate County Historical Commission, so.
Good job. We're getting a little closer together.
we're not real well close together.
All right, here we go. We'll do it again, look right here. One more. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
For all your hard work.
We enjoy what we do. We enjoy the county for letting us do it.
All right, item number 6. Discuss and consider signing a state application for repairs on Cedar Creek sites 103, 104, 131, 137, 139, presented by the Kaufman Van Zandt Soil and Water Conservation District.
Yes, I want to congratulate y'all on your grant. I was at Kaufman County Commissioner Court meeting yesterday. They were not so happy.
Yes.
They did not get theirs.
Right.
What I'm here today for is to ask for y'all's signing of these applications. These are for state funded repairs on these sites that were listed. The experience would be exactly like the one we are currently doing now on Cedar Creek 126. And we're fixing to do one on 135B that have already been funded. Now, there's no guarantee that these are kind of like your applications for any other state grant. There's no guarantee that they will be funded. This is just an application process that we have to go through to send these in. They've ranked these according to different points to each one of them. If they do get funded, the only thing that's asked of the county is that they provide the contracting officer to facilitate the contract, see if they get funded. Which they, on these two that are going on now, they have been, y'all have done that, so.
Which two of those, 103 and 104?
No, the ones that currently under is 120, Cedar Creek 126 and 135.
Okay.
126 is currently under contract and under construction.
Okay,
And 135B will be under that in about another month.
okay. All right. So, is there any questions? Is
When
there-
will we know, if we receive these, Owen?
Actually, we will not know until September of next year, 25. Because they gather all this information and they just exactly like this, they put all the numbers together. It goes before this next legislative session to fund these projects, and it just depends on how much money is funding from the state as to how many projects they can do. And Mr. Pearson has signed the other contracts on these other two sites. And I put him down as a contact in the signing authorization for the county. That's all right, y'all.
I'll make a motion, we sign this application and that Keith Pearson is a signing agent for the county.
Okay,
Seconded.
motion made and second. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, like sign. Motion passes. Item number 7, I'm just gonna discuss it. There's really no action. I think we ought to talk about it more in the commission, in the workshop, but discuss, consider funding of the administration of the FEMA grant processing for the remainder of the year. We are currently working with FEMA for reimbursement for repairs to the roads that occurred during the rain events, the disaster events declared on May 16th and 28th and June the 3rd. And we have input all that data into a database. And now FEMA has requested that we move that data into their own database. And with that we are going to, right now, we are expending a lot of administrative time to put that data into their database. And then also we will be required to provide additional support information such as invoices, work tickets, timesheets, and things of that nature that are going to take some administrative time, but that we can do. But we will need to consider that. Now, what we haven't done yet is consider the roadside material debris removal. And that is another whole separate animal. And I will talk about that in the workshop that we have this afternoon, or not this afternoon, after this meeting today, and kind of go through the process on that. But it's kind of my recommendation, we wait until we get this first FEMA project done before we go into the second one, so that we can find out whether or not it's worth the effort. So we'll discuss that in the workshop. So I moved to table this for right now, or just no action on this right now. Item number 8, discuss, consider approval of the financial statements for the Emergency Service District number 3 for a matter of record to be entered in the Commissioner's Court minutes. The ESDs are required to submit their audited financial statements to the Commissioner's Court for approval. And so is there a motion to accept the ESD 3 financial statement?
I'll make a motion to accept it. I will not make a motion to approve it.
Okay.
Second.
All right. Motion for acceptance of the financial statements is made and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, like sign. Motion passes. Item number 9, discuss and consider the milestone payment number 730510A to Sabre Industries.
Yes, gentlemen, they have completed a certain amount of work along that milestone payment. It's included in your book. There's also an email from Barry Black, a consultant, who's confirming he's comfortable with making this payment, that they have completed the proper work. And this has to do with the shelter and the compound installations and the construction of the shelters and the generators being available for installation. We set up to where when they had all that stuff ready and available for us, there was a milestone payment. And then as they started installing these payments, so we prorated what they've done so far. We've got all the shelters are at their location. They're built, shipped, and ready to install. The generators have all been built, shipped, and ready to install. We've actually installed the ones at site 4, and that is completed. And that's what this represents. So I'll make a motion at this time that we approve this milestone.
All right, motion has been made. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Is there any further discussion?
I'd just like to make a comment that we're starting to rock and roll on these things, and the citizens are going to see progress going forward on this radio project. It's finally, you're going to finally see some improvements in progress.
I was out there yesterday at the sheriff's office while they were pouring the 3rd piling, and I have concrete splatters on my jacket still. But it's exciting. We're taking pictures. We'll start documenting and show people the process that goes on.
Just for a brief little update on that. So site 4, the Tillman site that we're leasing, is completed and ready to be turned over to L3 Harris. Site 1 and precinct 1, the foundations are all in place for the tower and the shelters. We're waiting for the cure time on the concrete. They should be delivering the tower sections within the next 2 weeks, and it should be erected within 3. The sheriff's office, we've poured all the foundations there. We're waiting for the cure time there. That'll be about 3 weeks out behind. So they are all time out. We'll start on the precinct 3 site this week. So as you'll see, by the end of August, these sites should all be erected in the air. This progress is fixing to really move rapidly to where it looks like we'll probably be utilizing the system by late November, early December.
And who would have thought we would have had rain delays in July?
Exactly. We
But
got
we
set
did.
back a whole week last week.
So. All right, is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion passes. Item number 10, discuss and consider authorizing the county judge to sign agreement with DBR engineers to do an evaluation of the courthouse mechanical systems. This is no longer needed, or at least not at the moment. The reason for this was to inspect the plumbing on the 4th and 5th floors because of the leaks that have been caused to the District 294 courtroom, and to get them to make recommendations. But since at this point in time, if we're going for a full courthouse restoration, there's no point in spending the money on this. So I'm gonna move to table this right now. So, or no action for right now. Item number 11, consideration and possible action to approve a contract for management services to Gary R. Traylor and Associates for execution of contract number CDV 23-0273 between Van Zandt County and the Texas Department of Agriculture, TDA, regarding the 2024 Texas Community Development Block Grant Programs for water improvements. Who's presenting this? Anybody? Thank you.
This is the community block grant for Little Hope More.
Little Hope More, okay.
I believe it's around $60,000. This will
And-
go through the Texas Agriculture, it's a grant, but it will.
This does not cost the county anything. It's just the county kind of is the front man to coordinate with the state for these water supply companies. And that's what Little Hope More water supply that we're doing this for. And how
We
much,
have to
you
be
said,
passed through.
right, 60,000, did you say?
It's approximately 60,000.
Okay. All right. Is there a motion to approve the contract for management service? And again, the management service is the person that's going to be working on all the bids and all of the process to make sure it meets the grant requirements. Okay, is there a motion?
I'll motion.
Is there a second?
Second, Pearson.
All right. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion passes. Item number 12, consideration and possible action to approve a contract for engineering services to Stevens Engineering for execution of contract number CDV 23-0273 between Van Zandt County and the Texas Department of Agricultural, TDA, regarding the 2024 Texas Community Block Grant Program for water improvements.
That would be the engineers.
Same project.
Yes,
Okay. And how much is that?
the 60,000 is the total project.
Okay, it's just two different contracts
Yes.
for the same amount. Okay. Is there a motion to approve the contract for engineering services?
So move, Pearson.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion passes. Item number 13, discuss and consider approval of Canton North Estates plat located on Van Zandt County Road 2118 and Van Zandt County Road 2121 in precinct 2.
Yes, sir. I have kind of following up on the stuff that with Keegan's help, following up on some of the stuff that Mr. Milton had going when we lost him. This is a 2-lot subdivision. If you remember, Mr. Milton came to the court and asked for a variance on the lot sizes of these two. Because with the easements and everything, it was a little under an acre. To be exact, 0.82 acres. But with what they can use on the utility easements and everything, it will be over an acre for their septic on their own side sewer. So I'll make a motion, we accept this. It's gone through Brian. He's looked at everything. Everything looks good with him. It's gone through Keegan and myself. It's all good. So I'll make a motion, we accept this plat for filing purposes.
All right. Motion made by Commissioner Pearson, seconded by Commissioner Barton. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, like sign. Motion passes. Item number 14, discuss and consider approval of the Meadowview Estates plat located in Van Zandt County Road 2141 in precinct 2.
Yes, sir. This is another one that I had been talking with Mr. Melton. I've got to turn this light on because I can't see. This is 5 tracks. They're all 1.468 acres. They all join onto a county road. There's no roads being built or anything in it. It's also been through Brian. Keegan has looked over it very well, and myself, and I'll make a motion to accept this plat for filing purposes.
Okay, motion has been made to accept the Meadowview Estates plat. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion passes. Item number 15, discuss and consider approval of the two-step estates plat located in Van Zandt County Road 3439 in precinct 3.
Yes, sir. Then now this one is, it's like, as you said, precinct 3 on Van Zandt County Road 3439, which is over in the Merle Springs area. It's a 2-lot subdivision, with each lot being 1.065 acres. It's gone through Brian. Keegan and I have looked over it well. It's I believe we're all good to go. I make a motion. We accept it for filing purposes.
All right, motion been made. Is there a second?
Second.
A second by Commissioner Barton. All those, is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion passes. Item number 16, discuss and consider approval of signing an amended contract with Southern Health Partners to include qualified mental health professional. And Melanie, you want to update us on this? I think we discussed this in the budget meeting, and
This is to amend the contract with Southern Health Partners to go ahead and start utilizing the mental health nurse, starting immediately, and as opposed to waiting until the new contract year.
okay. And what the mental health nurse will be working how many hours?
It's 15 hours every 2 weeks, so on average about 30 hours a month. And it would be an on-site nurse instead of a teledoc or telehealth.
And we definitely have mental health needs in our county
Yes,
jail,
sir, we
don't
do.
we? Okay. All right, and so what is the amount of the increase?
I didn't bring the exact number with me. It's approximately $2,000 a month.
2,000 a month, okay.
It would increase the contract by approximately $2,000.
We have this budgeted for next year too, don't we?
Yes, sir.
In the budget.
We do. All right, is there a motion to consider approval of signing the amended contract with Southern Health Partners to include a qualified mental health professional?
I'll motion.
Second, Pierce.
All right, motion made, second. Any further discussion?
And we do have current funding that's covering this, so we're not having to let everyone know, we're not having to find funds mentally as it in her budget.
Right. Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, like sign. Motion passes. Item number 17. Discuss and consider authorizing the county judge to sign an agreement with Tri-Lam Roofing and Waterproofing to remove the existing felt and mastic coating and flashing from a wall 56 foot long and 5 foot tall on the courthouse roof and replace with new. This was an option when we had the roof replaced. This was an option that we did not elect to take. And that's we got a new roof, but we didn't do the flashing on some of the walls on the roof. And what has happened is that flashing is coming off the wall and it's causing leaks primarily over the jury room on a district courtroom. And so we get water in the jury room because of this. So we contacted the same company that did the roof and got this quote for them to replace the mastic on there to prevent the leaking in the jury room. And so is there a motion to approve this contract? Or motion to authorize
What was the cost of it?
$23,000. And again, it was quoted or it was listed as an optional item on our original contract, and we elected not to do any of the flashing or wall flashings at that time. So, is there a motion?
I'll motion, Pierce.
Yeah, I'll second it. It's supposed to
Okay,
be rainy season in the fall.
yeah. Well, it's interesting that it doesn't leak. When we had that horrendous rain, was it last Monday? But it came from this side of the building, and there was no water that came in because of it. But it's whenever we have it from this way is when we get the leak. So motion, is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, like sign. Motion passes. Discuss and consider authorizing county judge to sign an agreement with KnowBe4 for security awareness subscription. And Scott, you're up.
This is a subscription to help us with, email security, that, say they're human error mitigation.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna help with training, with phishing, with tags, things like that. We'll go into all that detail, because it's security.
Okay. Well, I know I have been getting some very curious emails that have made it through our spam filter. And they always have a link to click on, and it can be very dangerous. And this is kind of to work on those kind. So is there a motion to accept or to allow the judge to sign the agreement with KnowBe4?
I'll motion.
Okay, is there a second?
You got the funds in your budget for this?
It's budgeted for next year. We're gonna start the contract early, but we're not gonna be liable for any payments until after October 1st.
The cost will be no more than what's planned for next year.
It's big, it's what's,
It's in the budget for next year. Yeah.
basically, in this couple months.
I'll charge you extra for these couple of months. All right,
Contract begins October 1st.
I'll second it then.
All right, motion made second. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion passes. Item number 19, discuss and consider a Fund 133 budget amendment to move excess personnel funds from the vacant positions to equipment for purchase of safety equipment. Any excess funds on September 30th, 2024 will have to be returned to the state comptroller. So this is Sandy.
Judge,
Morning.
This is our state supplement grant for the sheriff's department, where we we give a supplement to each of the correctional officers and deputies.
That's SB 22.
Yes.
Right.
It also allows for equipment to be purchased, and because we have had some vacancies in that fund, I notified the sheriff that as of the payroll of July the 19th, we had about $23,000 there, and it talked about safety. It said that we could purchase safety equipment. So Melanie researched it and found that they can actually buy a drone, and they do have an individual that has been certified for the drone, and they can buy some needed handguns and rifles. So I've attached a budget amendment with that, and the reason I came to the court was because in our county budget, you cannot move funds from personnel. And because this is a grant, we'll have to send the funds back if we don't spend it. So I wanted to be transparent to everyone, and I didn't want to run it just through the regular budget. So I just wanted to report you for that.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the transfer?
Whole motion.
All right, Commissioner LaPrade, seconded by Commissioner Barton. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, like sign. Motion passes. Item number 20, discuss and consider authorizing the county judge to sign agreements with Free State Sewer Service and Water Supply Corporation for service at county facilities in Ben Wheeler. We approved this for the JP office, and I actually didn't realize it, but we had two applications. We got one for the county barn in precinct 4, which is on County Road 4500.
Yep.
And so I would just need approval to sign this second agreement. So is there a motion to authorize the county judge to sign this agreement with Free State Sewer Service and Water Supply?
I'm motion.
All right, is there a second?
Second, Pearson.
All right, any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed, like sign, motion passes. Item number 21, discuss and propose any increase in salaries or allowances for elected county and precinct officials for LGC 152.013 subsection B. You know, maybe I can get I do have the graphic that's going into the paper. All right, need to find that, oh. We got it. This is the schedule right here. And let me blow it up some so we can see it. And what this includes is a 5% increase for all officials down to the district clerk. It's 5% of their salary. On the justice of the peace, we elected to increase theirs by 8.5%. And that has to do, and the constables were increased by 15%, so that their constable pay would match what the deputy, patrol deputy makes in the sheriff's office, because they perform somewhat similar functions as a deputy. So that is what we're going to present in the paper. Is there a motion to accept this proposed salary for elected officials?
I'll motion.
All right, is there a second?
Go ahead. Second, Pearson.
Okay, discussion. Is there any further discussion?
I just want everybody to realize that we've approved a 5% increase across the board for all the regular employees too. What's currently in our budget. So it's not like we jumped up there and gave elected officials a raise and left everybody alone. This is kind of a standard everywhere except for the constables, which we balanced them to basically an entry-level patrol officer pay. And then we had to bump the JPs just so they would still make more than the constable.
Okay.
And this, you might seem like a little discussion, but we've already had our battles over this and discussed it, and doesn't mean that we all agree, but we've had our battles.
Yeah. It's all available in a workshop, YouTube. So all those in favor say aye. All those opposed, like sign. Motion passes. Item number 22, discuss consider approval of selling equipment from Road and Bridge Precinct 1 using Renee Bates auctioneers.
Yes, gentlemen, we discussed this in the workshop yesterday. The enterprise lease equipment coming in over the last couple of months, and this is the equipment that we replaced. And so we're just auctioning that equipment the way the county's not maintaining and keeping the insurance and stuff on additional equipment we're not utilizing regularly. So I made this available to the commissioners if there was any pieces that they wanted and wanted to consider withdrawing and doing a transfer over and swapping some money for what we could, but haven't heard back if they wanted it. So I've got this on here to approve to add to the auction. We have an auction starting this next week, I'd like to put these items up.
Okay. Is there a motion to,
Bill Mayor.
all right, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, discussion.
Yeah, question.
You may.
The call brought it to my attention that one of the items you're selling was a 2020 round flatbed.
Yes.
We just purchased that flatbed in 2020 for 38,009. We wouldn't want to put them in on bid on that.
We can.
What kind of shape is it in?
It's in pretty good shape. The only problem we had with it was, require synthetic oil. Before I got there, first oil change was done with Dello. But we changed all of that, and it's been running good ever since.
All right. Can we just pull that from the auction and maybe one of the other commissioners will look at it?
If they want, we can pull it off and then we can,
I've already looked at it. I'm not interested in it.
Okay,
I might be interested in it. I
okay.
mean, I don't know.
We might have a commissioner too, commissioner for precinct 2 that may have an interest in it too, at some point in time.
The reason I say that now is because actually this week we've had a problem with one, and I don't know what the problem is with our flatbed. It just came up.
Okay.
So I don't know. I might be interested in it.
Okay, and, so it's okay to pull that one?
how long you think it'll take for you now?
Next week,
Get that bid auction. I just wonder if we could approve it pending his review.
Okay.
And I could hold putting it in
Okay.
after he makes the decision.
Okay. And the cat, that's not the dozer on the other one that we,
No, the dozers don't actually make it in the sale. We never got the stuff for those.
Okay.
They scrap.
okay. All right, so. Did we do a motion? Yeah, motion has been made, and I guess it's amended to, subject to on the Dodge Ram, Commissioner Barton's review. Maybe he'll bid on
yeah.
it. So, all those in favor, say aye. Opposed, like sign. Motion.
Somebody second it?
Did you get a second?
Did I second it?
Keith did it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, item number, Keith.
I got brand new.
Okay.
We're both bald. We're all right.
All right, item number 23, discuss and consider organization responsibilities for the P25 radio project. And what this is, and I've put in each one of you, is to set up a committee. And I'll read this. The purpose of the Van Zandt County Radio Committee is to establish, implement, and maintain the P25 radio system to be installed in 2024. Committee will be responsible for implementing the policies and procedures that will be used in the operation of the radio system. And the initial members of the committee will be County Judge Andy Reese, County Commissioner Chad LaPrade, the Sheriff Joe Carter, Communications Deputy Jeremy Jones, IT Department Ron Beaver, and the Communications Consultant Barry Black. The committee may add members in the future as well as set up subcommittees for representatives of fire departments, police departments, school, ISDs, ESDs, and other entities within the county that need to be heard for decisions to be made concerning the operation of the radio system. This is something that Henderson County has done, and I guess there's other counties too. I haven't done any more research to find out what other counties are doing, but by having a committee, we can take decisions and conflicts together and to the committee to let them make decision. The committee can make decisions on things that need to be done. So I would like to make a motion that we establish the Van Zandt County Radio Committee with these initial members as part of the committee. So, is there a second? No second? All right, then I guess we won't establish a radio project committee. Item number 24, adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So move, Pearson.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion passes. We are adjourned. Thank you very much.
It's gonna go bad next week.
Fascinating.
That's right.